You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey there, Floss Tube. This is Cathy, the hands-on designer. I am here with a very special guest.
Boo.
You didn't say your last name?
Boo. Harmon.
He was saying his last name, and I said, you don't have to say your last name. I think they kind of know we're related. So, but anyway, so Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. We did. We were so happy that you were able to come visit and stay with us a little bit, and I talked him into doing a floss tube with me.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Yeah. See, a little nervous? Camera shy again? Nah, you'll be just fine. He's going to play my Vanna. You actually are probably the #1 request I get. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Everybody says, we want Billy in a floss tube again. Forget Mr. HOD. We want Billy.
Yeah.
But you haven't really been able to be at our house much. I mean, obviously, like a lot of you, we still have not actually been able to go into your house.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried what your bedroom looks like.
Yeah.
Are you going to clean it before I come in the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. But anyway, so we thought we would do a year in review, and you're going to be my Vanna.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because I don't really have any new releases right now. Usually I do a video when I have a new release. I have some coming up for January. We're going to do a little sneak peek later in the video. Later. I almost said later today. Well, it will be later today.
Yeah.
Your mom's kind of goofy, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
This is my very politically correct side. Okay, so we're going to go back to the beginning of 2020, and we're just going to show, I'm going to kind of do just a quick as we can, walk through of everything that came out. So do you want to start? We laid everything out. The table down below us is really full, isn't it? Yeah. So we kind of put things in order, and hopefully, and I have the iPad up on my website to keep us going. So do you want to pick that first one up? Okay, so the first one that came out in January 2020 was from the Chock series. Go ahead and hold. Do you want to? Yeah, that's good, just like that. Okay, this is Snowy. Is it Snowy? Yes, Snowy from the Chock series. This is the series that I was doing with Priscilla Blaine. She's the Chock artist. She drew the images and then I made them into cross stitch. The threads are, I'll just give you the quick details. The threads are Classic Colorworks. And then of course, Lady Dot did the hand-dyed bow, Snowy, and then the twill tape. And then of course, Just Another Button Company did the sweet little pin mini that I used for both. And this was a fun series. I think were there 6 or 7 of these in all. Your arms getting tired?
No.
I was gonna say, we got a long way to go. Okay, we're back. Sorry, we had a couple phone calls. We've got some remote setting up of an Xbox going on, and they keep FaceTiming me. So we're gonna have to put a whole bunch of videos together. So let's get talking. Okay. So anyway, so show that one quick last time. That's again from the Chock series. That's the artwork of Priscilla Blaine, and the cross stitch. I gave you all the details of what was the threads, and the fabric is the model fabric is 32 count slate fabrics by Stephanie. So yay! So one down, lots to go. All right, you want to put that back? So all right, and then also in January was the final in the House on a Hill series. All right, you want to show the side of the pillow? Yeah, so that's came this spring. And that was a little 4-part seasonal series. They were all mattress finish, same size with a little house on a hill, a different architectural style of house. I think the threads are all Weeks Dye Works. The linen varies. A lot of it is Witchold imports. Then each one came with a little scissor fob, a little piece of Weeks Dye Works. Wool is included in all that. And then of course I asked my wonderful friends at Just Another Button Company, and they did a sweet little pin mini for it. So that was spring. The first 3 seasons, that was the Salt Box spring. The first 3 seasons came out actually in 2019. Excuse you. We're flying by the seat of our pants today. Burps and all, sorry. Okay, so then we moved forward. I think this was February. I don't have all my months, but okay, this was another in the Chock series. Again, that's the one that I did with Priscilla Blaine. This was the Easter. Hip Hop was the was the bunny filled jar. And again, of course, we have the small, same things. It was Classic Colorworks for the thread, 32 count slate, fabrics by Stephanie. Lady Dot did the most beautiful color, blue, icy blue, hand-dyed twill, and then Jabco, Just Another Button Company, did the Pin Mini again. So that was another fun one. Yes. And we're closing in on the end of the Chock Full series. That was such a fun series. Well, they were all fun series.
Yes.
So, okay, so now we come to Market. This was Nashville Market. This was a new series that I kicked off. It was called, do you remember what it was called?
No.
Secret Santa. Santa had a little secret with this one. There were going to be 9 designs in all, but only 8 charts. So if you collected all 8 of the charts, it was going to include a little snippet from the 9th and Secret Santa. So the idea was that you started stitching it, and by the time you got the 8th chart, you knew what he looked like.
Yeah.
You knew Santa's secret.
Yeah.
Do you know Santa's secret?
Mm-hmm.
No. So those were, which ones were those? Holly St. Nick and No Chimney, No Problem. That was called the Santa Key. That's for all the children that, did you ever worry that, well, we pretty much, did we always have a fireplace?
Yeah.
No, Court Street, we didn't have a fireplace, did we?
No.
Did you ever wonder how Santa got in?
Yeah.
Well, that's how, the Santa Key. He had a special key. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, that's pretty cool, huh? Okay, so that series kicked off at the Nashville Market. Then we had another, I'm gonna say, like, if somebody said, did you have a favorite release of 2020? I would say, yes, I did. I mean, I love them all, but Well Rounded is probably my favorite. So I told you this one was gonna be a handful. So there are 12 designs in this chart. All the fabrics are hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie. Lois from Lady Dot did the hand-dyed twill trim. I have finishing kits for these with the laser cut rounds. So all 4 seasons, and there's 3 designs per season. They're all round. All come in that same chart. So this one is, what season is it? Winter.
Winter.
I actually had to snag that off the dining room table because that's what I have out now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so show the next season. That's winter.
Yeah.
All right, and then you can get up closer to the camera if you want.
Yeah.
I know, it's like dealer's choice here, isn't it? And that's the fall, autumn. And then
Winter. No. Summer.
summer, yep. Okay. And then,
The fall one.
no, that's spring. We did fall.
Yeah.
You got your seasons mixed up. I love the little birds on these. I just think they're cute. They're just all, most of them are like, they're hungry. Like that one has the mom. Did you see that one has the mama bird? She's feeding her baby. Okay. All right. That was Well Rounded. That came out at the Nashville Market. That one kind of just, it was so many, I collaborated with so many different people, and to see that one come together the way it did, the design, it was one I had in my mind for a long time. I actually remember sitting down and doing all the initial sketches. I love looking back at that page just to see how a lot of the initial sketches came to life in the Well Rounded. So, and then this was a former class piece. And this is called The Stitcher's Garden. And this was the piece I taught this 2 places. I taught this at the shop in the Netherlands at Annemiek's, the Handwork Boutique shop, and then I also taught it at Reflections Framing in the Omaha area. And it also has a little scissor fob, but apparently we forgot to
grab it.
We didn't grab it. Yep. So that had the little tray. I think I may even have some of this fabric. Can you show the back? I may have a few pieces of the finishing fabric left on my website. Not sure, but if you're interested, go check it out, because one that's gone, that's gone. So, okay, so that's the Stitcher's Garden. Then, oh my God. You're having to reach early. You're getting your exercise today.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, I'll take these off and you hold that up to show that. Okay, that is my Stitcher's Heart. This was one of the very first pieces that I did as a club piece with Lois from when she had the elegant thread, or elegant Oh my gosh, what? I'm totally drawing a blank. Lois from Lady Dot. She changed her company name. Actually, she changed her company name during the course of this project. So I can't even, oh well, yeah, we're not editing anything here, but Lois had this project first as a limited kit for me. And then I just released it because it was probably one of the most requested, like, are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? And this was one of her wax keys. She made the wax key that was part of the project. She hand dyed the trim. She got all the boxes together. This comes with full and complete finishing instructions. And the little tomato. This, my very, very first floss tube, talks about this project, and it was kind of funny because this whole, are you going to balance everything? Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to see this. I'm going to keep handing up stuff. That's the wax key pocket that holds the wax key. Okay. And then one more. Can you do it? And then the fob. And the fob's two-sided. You can show me the other side of the fob. This is so much fun. Okay, so this is my Stitcher's Heart, and you get a link inside to the full finishing tutorial. Here, I'll take that. Show the inside, because I want to show people the, I want to show Stitchers the inside of the box. I've got stuff stored in it, but if you can kind of see the border on the inside, you also get a link to that PDF if you want to print that, and I talk about how to Mod Podge that inside to finish the inside of your box, and all the links and everything are all inside the chart. You need some more coffee? Mm-hmm. Okay, then how about I hand this one to you? So that was my Stitcher's Heart. That also came out at Market. Then another release at Market. This was another where this was called Memorial Day. This is another where I interpreted an artist's artwork into cross stitch. I actually ran across Annie Quigley Artist is her Instagram account, and I really suggest you go take a peek at her account. She has lovely, lovely paintings. And this is one, I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but I approached her about, could I reproduce this into cross stitch? I love the way the rendition came out. I love that she loved the way that it came out. Her mom is a stitcher and a quilter, so she's actually stitching it. So I think that's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And the frame, the print that it's actually hangs on my wall in my house. And then this, of course, does sometimes hang up, but then also goes out on trunk shows. So, and this was done with a sulky thread pack. It's just a lot of heartfelt thoughts went into this one. So. All right, you want me to take that one? And that was called Memorial Day. All right, last Market item. This was a little, a sneak. I snuck this in at the end. This is called, oh my goodness. Humble Honey, thank you. Man, you'd think, too many cookies. I have too many cookie brain. So this is Humble Honey. That's also 32 count slate, Fabrics by Stephanie. That is a little bit of the leftover twill from the hip hop, the Chock full chart. I had a little bit left and I made it into the pillow. And then of course a little pin mini from Just Another Button Company. Looks really cute on there. And I just made it a fun, sweet little pillow to tuck it in someplace, in a little basket or something like that. You like that one? Mm-hmm. It says Humble Honey. It's the bee's knees. I was channeling my inner, I don't know. I felt like one of those guys that sell stuff at the county fair. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay, so we are closing in on the end of the Chockful series. This next one is Bloom. This is the one where Priscilla said, she kind of threw at me, hey, what do you think about a red jar? And I was like, okay. And I was really excited. A lot of people did stitch the red jar. If you did not, they used maybe one of the colors that we suggested on previous jars. But I really like the red jar. I have been on a hunt for a red ball jar. I have not been successful yet. But quite frankly, because of COVID, I haven't really been out looking a lot lately. So that's not quite fair to say that, I haven't found it yet, but I will. I found some other neat colors in the process, but so Bloom, I love the daisies. And again, 32 count slate, Lady Dot trim, Classic Colorworks, and then the Just Another Button Company pin mini. So, and artwork by Priscilla Blaine. Okay, so we're chugging along. Okay, well, we're getting there. Okay, so finally, this is aftermarket now. So we've got the next two in the Secret Santa series. This one's Merry and Bright. Santa's so cool, he's got to wear shades, right? And then this one, Silent Night. That's a question because Santa's playing that big horn. Do you think it's very silent if he's playing a big horn? No. I don't know. Your mommy and daddy are kind of goofy when we come up with those puns, aren't we? Okay. Okay, so that's the next two in the Secret Santa series.
Oh.
And then, do you know what that one says?
Would be
Liberty. Yep. This is the final in the Chockful series. This is the one that actually, you could say it sort of kicked off this series. Priscilla was teaching a finishing class at the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, and this is the piece that she taught the finishing. And but we didn't release it until a whole year later. So this, it kind of kicked off, it bookended the series. It was the kickoff of the series, sort of, but then it was available for everybody at the end. So it was such a fun series to do. Same things, Just Another Button Company pin mini, Lady Dot on the trim, Fabrics by Stephanie, 32 count slate, Classic Colorworks. You know the drill by now. And then, of course, as always, artwork by Priscilla Blaine. So, and that brought, that was the last of the 5. I don't know, I think back about it every once in a while. We did 5 series together, so where she did the artwork, and then I translated it into cross stitch, and it was a lot of fun. And then here was another former class piece. This one is called Be a Pineapple. I taught that at the Silver Needle summer event, and we made a tray with this cool pineapple fabric. All right, you want to put that one here? I'll hold that. And then this one was part of the class as well. It's Work That Crown, and they made. Are you laughing at me? Mm-hmm. And they made just a fun little pin keep out of that. And then, now this is an update. You're holding it upside down.
Oh.
This was an add-on. This was not part of the class piece. So I added it into this chart. And that's just a little scissor fob. Mm-hmm. All right. And then the little flamboyant drum with all the kind of a mini drum, smaller than some of the other drums. Yeah. I love the little flamingo who stole the crown. Mm-hmm. He's my favorite.
Yeah, he's okay.
So that's called Be a Pineapple. It's my rendition of that saying, be a pineapple, stand tall, be sweet. Wait a minute, I gotta remember. What's it say? Stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet. All right, with that came 2 more of the Secret Santa series. I feel like let's keep the parade going. All right. So this one is Dear Santa. Dear Santa. This is the one I was teasing you guys with the other day. I kept asking. I pulled it. Okay, so these are up on the mantle, and I kept looking at it on the mantle going, trying to read the fine print. Which list is your name on? The nice or the naughty list? Which was your name? Which list were you on?
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. So that's those 2. So we have one more release on the Secret Santa series. So of course I kicked off. Can you grab it? Okay. Got it? Go. I told you this table was full. Okay, so this also kicked off another new. Here, show the frame first.
Oh, okay.
We didn't practice this at all. Okay, hold on. I'm trying. This kicked off the ChalkTalk series, and I've done a couple videos where I talk about how this came to be and all that stuff, and I'm not even going to go through that again. So suffice to say, there is an HOD ChalkTalk Stitch Along Facebook group where you can show what you're doing. And if you're interested in doing it, but you're like, I don't really want to do it on the chalk, color fabric, trust me, there are so many people that are stitching it on other colors. You okay, Dace? Dog's down here bugging us. So that's a place to join and see all the other finishes and color, linen colors, and it's a great place to show and share what you're stitching. So that fits into an 8x10 frame. That's the large one. Okay, so you want to put that one down. And then in the same pattern, you get 3 patterns in all. This is a smaller version, a square version of the large 8x10 piece. So this ends up about 5x5. And then of course I made it with this fun, into a fun pillow. I made that little quilt. Complete finishing instructions are included, a link to finishing instructions. The fabric bundles were put together by Simple Stitches Fabric Shop. Again, more information in there. It's been great to work with them. They make great color combinations. And then the Hello Hoop is also included as well. And so you kind of see what's coming. We're gonna do all 4 seasons. So, all right, ready? You got pickups now? That one, you got that one? Okay. So also that came out is, this one's called Present Blessings. Reflect upon your present blessings. This was originally a limited piece that I did when I taught the class at Reflections Framing and Stitching in Omaha. And then now we've just made it for general release as well. So it's just a very pretty piece, simple to stitch. I think it would be beautiful framed. I made a pretty pillow with some pretty fabric. It's simple. It doesn't need to be much more than that, does it? You like it?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad you like it. Okay, so the same time Present Blessings came out. All right, I'll reach for that. Okay, this one is called Grace of a Flower. And I told everybody the funny story. Okay, so I wrote that saying. It says, may your day be blessed by the grace of a flower touched by the sun. I wrote that in the shower. If you go back to the original Floss Tube, I tell about the funny story where I had to quickly find Mr. HOD to write that down for me because I knew by the time I got out of the shower I would forget it. Oh, you never know where inspiration's going to hit. So this was originally designed for a retreat for Cindy DeRosa that she had, and she approached me and I said yes, I would do it, and then of course now we've made it available. Lady Dot did some rickrack for it, and she also did those the little pins for the finishing. So
yeah,
thank you. All right, so that was like, I think we're kind of like in July time period now. And then of course I brought out a new series, a banner year. Can you hold it? Here, you get one end, I'll get the other. Ah! Like that. Got it? Okay.
Yep.
This one's called Ghosties and Gourds. All right, I just did a Floss Tube tutorial about how to finish the base of that. Plus there is a full link to a full tutorial inside the chart. Now, much like that, the series where Chock kicked off at that Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, I was supposed to teach at the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat this May, but of course that didn't happen. But I had designed a piece in that same format. It was called The Language of Liberty. A few of you have seen some sneak peeks of it. And I was going to teach them how to do the finishing as part of the class and then go, ta-da, it's a series. Well, you know, COVID had other plans, shall we say, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead with it anyway. And so I've got 2 out in that series. That's the Banner Year series. And I've got other videos where I talk about that. So make sure to check those out. It's a fun series. I really like the Ghosties and Gourds. And then we'll talk about the next one that came out this year too. So after the Ghosties and Gourds banner, we've got, okay, which one came first? Flamingo? It's the Flamboyant Christmas, the Christmas Flamboyance. The 3, you can show them all. The 3 flamingo ornaments. They're separate cards because that way if you just want to stitch one of them, you can just pick that one. But seriously, do you really just want to stitch one of them? I had so much fun stitching them all. That's on a 32 count linen, I think it's called something ice. I can't, it's on the chart. It's also on the website. Sorry, I am not remembering anything. Lady Dot did the pinky palms again, and just a ton of fun. You like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
So I think this cemented my status as the flamingo lover of all time. I don't know, because a lot of people are sending me flamingos. I have flamingo ornaments, I have flamingo napkins, I have flamingo bags, you name it. I think I've got it now in flamingo. That's okay, I love it. And I love all the posts with the Merry Christmas flamingos, the pictures that you all have been sending. So I even got some Christmas cards with flamingos, very fun. So okay, so that was so it was Flamingo Bells, Flamingo All the Way, and Falamingo. All right, so now what? The final release of the two Secret Santa. We've got Jingle All the Way, because nobody wants a half, you know what, jingler. And then Spread Joy. Santa spreads joy wherever he goes, even across that banner he's carrying. So those were the last two. And with it, you got the final two parts of that Secret Santa. You want to show them the Secret Santa? And that's it. Plaid Tidings. So I just think he is a lot of fun. I saw quite a few of you stitch him, which means you kept up. You got about 8 rows at a time, and we started from the bottom and worked our way up. So I figure by the time you got to the end of the plaid, you probably had it figured out. I don't know. You think?
Yes.
Okay. So after that, we had the next. You want to do the big one?
Yeah. The big one.
Let me keep up on my.
God.
Okay, so we had the next ChalkTalk. This is Let's Talk Winter. All right, so that's the big one. The big 8x10. It's not that big. Again, It's a DMC, and my models are done on 32 count slate, Fabrics by Stephanie. All right. Oh, you okay? You awake now? Oh my goodness. I promise nobody's harmed in the filming of the, whatever. And then again, same thing. I did the smaller version, and that's the Simple Stitches Fabric Shop put that fabric bundle together again. And then we did the Hello Hoop, the Hello Winter. I just did a post with those the other day, and it's kind of funny because people say, oh, is that a new chart? No, it's like sometimes I think they forget that I pack a lot into my charts. I really do. So there's 3 designs. You like the little snowflakes? And the snowflakes are on perforated paper. So, all right, we're almost there. Woo! All right. So the last official release of the year is you want to hold that one side? Here, you hold, I'll get this. Here, and grab onto there you go. Snow Much Fun. So do you ski, do you skate, or do you sled? Which one do you like to do? Sled, yeah. I don't know that we've ever taken you guys skiing. Have you ever? I don't think so. Okay. Your dad would have to take you skiing, not me. I'm not I have no natural balance. I can appreciate skating, but I can't do it myself. So Snow Much Fun was the last official release of 2020. And of course I did a couple complimentary designs throughout the year. I did not gather those. People always ask me, how can I get your complimentary designs? I don't always put them on the website. A lot of times they come in the emails. So if you sign up for my email newsletter, that's one way to get them. Sometimes they're in a blog. I don't know, there's a variety of different ways, or sometimes, just by following me on social media. So make sure that you follow me on either Instagram or Facebook, or you're in one of the Facebook groups, because some of, that's a lot where I post those things. This one has been very popular, and it makes me so happy to see it. This was one, I was just kind of playing around one day, and that's Mary. That was this year's complimentary design. And I've seen so many of you stitch it. I did mine on the 32 count Fabrics by Stephanie, the Vintage Tiffany. Now it's a little darker because I actually put some fabric behind it that was deeper. So, and then this was actually, I think, in one of the initial batches that we did. So it's all DMC. I think it would be lovely in many different shades. I've seen quite a few of you out there. So it's Berries in Bloom. You can still get it. You can actually access it on my Instagram account. Go to the link in bio and you'll be able to see it there. But the best way, we're almost done, don't worry. The best way to get that kind of thing is to sign up for my newsletter. I don't do a complimentary every time. I do them several times throughout the year as my gift to you. And so I'm very pleased. I felt this year was a good year to end the year on something that came from me to you. And so, did you have a favorite gift from Santa this year?
The headphones.
The headphones? Yep, the headphones. Now, is that for your
Xbox?
Your Xbox. Okay, all right. Some of that stuff, I have no idea. I say, how did you figure out how to set it up? YouTube. You can find it all on YouTube. You know, it's like, wow, hey, you can even find your mother on YouTube. So, Floss Tube, that is. So, you had a busy year. Kind of busy, kind of.
Yep.
You know, we started off the year by going to. Do you remember the trip going to the nation's capital? And going to see all the senators?
Yes.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then, unfortunately, after that, we came home. That was in early February.
Yep.
And things pretty much started shutting down.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have not had a lot of Special Olympics practices. Our group has managed to do a few things, but we're very limited in what we can do. I miss you guys all terribly, all the teams and the practices and whatnot. So I asked you earlier, did you have a favorite thing that happened to you this year?
The WWE.
WWE?
WWE.
Can you show your t-shirt a little bit? There you go. The WWE is, let me say, very good to Special Olympic athletes. Who'd you got to meet in Washington?
Big Show.
Big Show. Okay, all these movie stars, and I was thrilled to meet Maureen McCormick and Shriver. Well, I met the head of Special Olympics International and the Tim Shriver, and all these people, and he's excited about the wrestling star. And actually, he was very nice, and you guys got to take a picture with him.
Yep.
But they did a call out where you could be in the virtual audience. So, was it last Tuesday?
Yes.
You got to be in the taping of the WWE SmackDown. So last night we watched it. It was pre-recorded. So we watched it last night, and we saw you a lot in the little virtual audience. It looks like a big Zoom screen behind you. And so every once in a while we're watching WWE on national television, and there's Billy. And Big Show was actually very nice. WWE sent they sent a lot of t-shirts to the Special Olympic athletes in the state of Iowa. So I'm pretty sure they sent all over the country, but that was very, very nice of them.
Yeah.
So I like your new t-shirt. And I liked watching you on TV last night. Okay, should we do one more thing? We practiced. We did practice this part. Okay, so we have a little sneak peek. We hope everybody has, where's mine? We hope everybody has had a Merry Christmas and maybe have some plans to bring the new year in a big way. Who knows what the new year has in store for us? I hope it continues to bring you blessings. I hope it continues to bring you in stitches, many stitches, and I'm excited about some of there'll be 2 new releases in January. I'm still working away on some other fun things. I've got, who knows what's going to come in the new year. The market's been moved. There's a virtual market. There's all kinds of things. So we'll just go along and kind of get through it, and just like we did 2020. Yawning. Okay, so we got to do this at the same time. Okay, because we're not going to keep these up quick. This is a sneak peek, and we're going to be really sneaky about it. Okay, should we go 1, 2, 3? There's your sneak peek. All right, so that was it. There's your sneak peek. There's 2020. It's in the books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being part of the video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy I got to end the year with you in the video.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do more. Last night we had our traditional pizza. We do pizza on Christmas. We have since the boys were very little. You don't mind, do you?
No.
Because what are you cooking tonight?
Ribs.
Yep, we're gonna have Billy ribs, Chef Billy ribs tonight. So anyway, all right, we're gonna cut this because I have a feeling we'll be getting a FaceTime call here soon at the other house, setting up the remote Xbox. Anyway, this one's kind of goofy. Thank you for hanging in there. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.